Better at Chess Nation. What is up? What's up, people? Alright, so this is day 9 of the 30-day daily chess challenge that I started. Yeah, so today we're going to do something similar to what we did yesterday. We're going to talk about defense, we're going to talk about stalemate, and we're going to talk about pawn promotion. Alright, yeah, if you're new to the channel, leave a comment below, tell me what you liked about the video. Also hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when I release new content. So part of what I do on this channel is, I'm starting to do these puzzle videos, but also release lesson videos, and those are more scripted and also more focused than doing something like this. I mean, this, I can touch on a few different things. I could explain it in detail and kind of I can put this out more frequently than I can do like the scripted video. That takes more work, and it's definitely worth it. It's just like, this is the content I can give to you guys immediately versus the content that that takes a little bit more creativity, that would take a little bit longer. But enough about that. Again, if you're new, subscribe. Definitely like this video. Share it if you enjoy it and know somebody who will enjoy videos like this, or who enjoy the explanation behind the moves. And yeah, let's get it going. Go ahead and click start here. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. So we do this. Oh, okay, got it. Got it. I was looking way too hard at this one. Okay, so so here's what I see, and this is something as you learn more tactics and more moves and stuff, you kind of you'll learn to look out for something like this. So if you look at black side, right, they have this queen right here protecting this bishop. Now, if you look at this bishop is eyeing down his pawn, and it'll put the king in check. The thing is, the king would either have to move here or just take the bishop. But what it is doing is moving away from this queen. This king is on thing, protecting this queen right now. So once this bishop takes this pawn, and no matter what the king does, it has to move away from the queen, you can take your opponent's queen and keep yours. So that's always fun, right? So check. They chose to take the bishop, which is fair because, again, it took one of your pieces, and rather than keep an extra piece on the board, you just end up taking it. And then you take their queen. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay, so what I see from black is this. They have this queen eyeing down this pawn. That is doing that. This bishop is also eyeing down. So they're looking to connect these two pieces. They're looking to connect that queen and bishop on the same square. They're looking to connect them, not on the same square, because obviously two pieces can't be on one square. They're looking to attack the same square, of course, with the more powerful piece being the queen. So then they also have this knight in here, which can come here and attack the king and attack the queen. If that knight were to move there, you would have to take with your queen, because black's queen is eyeing down this file, and taking with this pawn will put you in check, which is illegal. So what are we to do here? Because taking that knight is futile. It's futile because of that. Even doing something like that, trying to fork the two, again, that's not going to be helpful to stopping that attack. Could do something like that. That'll probably take, then you take, that might take, then you just take back. But again, you have to worry about that knight. But that would be less of a threat with that pawn there, or the bishop there. So let's try that. That's not it. Okay. Again, we know that's not it. That is not it. And actually, okay, so what we have here is this knight can possibly come here, attacking this rook and this king. You would lose your queen here. This will come here. You would have to take with your queen if you want to preserve your rook. You have to take with the queen, and then this bishop can come in and take the queen. You wouldn't be able to take back because with this pawn, because this queen is eyeing down this file. What am I missing here? Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't I do that? That's right, that would be protected. Wow, that took longer than I thought. Okay, so I had said before you don't want to bring that up there because they can just come back there. This queen could just protect there, so that was the wrong idea. So this actually was a great move. And then from there, once the queen moves up, you can knock off that knight, so you don't have to worry about that square being attacked. You know, the bishop and queen are still eyeing down there. However, you have protection with this queen, so if the bishop were to take, you take back with your queen. The queen were to take back with your bishop. The bishop might take back, and yeah. So I mean, you know, that one. Let's go back. So the idea here is that the only way for white to stop black from promoting is to get to the square, be on the same file that the pawn is on that is looking to promote. Once the king is away from that file and can't get back to it, like in this case, moving the king up stops white's king from going back there. And the reason being is if white's king were to go back here, it'd be putting itself in simultaneous check, and you can't put yourself in check. So it would be checking black's king while putting themselves in check. So that's why that wouldn't work. So once black moves there, white has to, you know, escape, move up the board this way, because this is definitely going to promote to a queen next move. Okay, let's keep it going. I don't think I see it. Maybe that. Let's try there. They take, and you just take it back. Okay, that's, you know, that's pretty simple. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, you're offering an exchange here. So you choose to put your knight here, and what you're doing is you're attacking this knight and attacking this bishop at the same time, and that's known as a fork. Because, you know, think of an actual fork where you can grab 2 or more pieces of food at once. And a fork in chess is where you're attacking 2 or more pieces at once. So yeah, so I mean, you do that, and white has to make a decision. I can move. Where can I move? I mean, I can move there. The edge is not a great place for the knight, just because it's the amount of squares it can move to is very restricted, versus it being anywhere in the center of the board, anywhere that's not an edge, it can move a lot more squares. So if the knight were anywhere there, here, here, or here, all those places restricts the knight's moves to maybe half, and depending on where it is, even less than half of the squares it can go to. Where if it was anywhere within this box, so if it's anywhere within this box, it has at least, I would say, 6 or so moves it can go to. On the edge, it might have 2 to 4 moves, depending on where it is. So, yeah, so you go there, they just take, and, you know, you just take back. Simple exchange. Okay. Alright, so this one, okay, so white decided to take your rook, so you're just going to take back, and then you just move this pawn you have here up the board to promote. So that's, you know, that's pretty simple. They decided, okay, well, I'm going to sacrifice the rook. So I'm sorry, so you take the rook, they move off the board. Now the king has to move, see, it has to go there, and then it can go there. So by the time you do that, you're already up the board. You have one more square to go, and you can promote. So, alrighty. Alright, so the knight is there. It's trying to come after this pawn. I think I would, wow, I would take it, and then I would start to move this pawn up. And if that doesn't work, I would start moving that pawn up. So I would take that, yeah, with the idea of keep moving this pawn up the board until it promotes. So black, on the other hand, okay, so at this point black can win. It had a chance with the knight and the bishop and the king all together, but with one of those pieces disappearing, black can only get a stalemate. I mean, if white's king was stuck in a corner and it had a pawn in front of it, there's a possibility with the right setup that you can get a checkmate. But it's very hard to set that up. And yeah, so we'll go on to the next puzzle. So once we go through some more text and stuff, I have to go into more in-game detail, more complex situations, so you can kind of see it. Okay, so for this one, okay, that's simple. You're in check, you're gonna take. They're gonna take your pawn, and now all you need to do is start marching this pawn up the board. This pawn has a straight shot here. Since it's the pawn's first move here, you move here. White is probably going to go there so they can get out the way of their pawn. You go here. This pawn is probably going to be here. You go here. This pawn goes there. You go there. This pawn goes here. And then you're there and you've promoted to a queen. And, you know, they'll probably promote to a queen as well. However, you got your queen first, so you can move it to attack white before white can move their queen to attack you. So, let's see if that's right. Okay, they decided to move their piece up. Doesn't matter. So I probably would have moved my king out the way first, just so I can just, you know, keep moving my pawn up. But either way, black is going to promote to a queen before white can promote to a queen. You have more advantage here with only having one square to go to versus they have 3. Right, what do we have here? Okay. I mean, you can check the king that way. However, that does. Well, actually, no. If you do that, the king could probably go there. Let's see. If you take that, this knight will take. You go here. The queen could take. You can always bring. Well, no. You don't want to do that. This one's tough. Let's see here. So you can take that. You're gonna take it back. And I know some of you are probably looking like, okay, but you're gonna lose a queen for a rook. Some sacrifices need to be made. It's just, what is the right sacrifice here? So I can't protect this queen, right? This queen is stuck to this, well, is essentially stuck to this vertical. I mean, it can go here, but either way, it's being attacked by this rook, no matter which direction it goes. So, it's, where am I putting the queen? What piece is worth taking? Now, of course, value-wise, that's the piece worth taking. Maybe I take this knight instead because it's doing more damage than this knight is. Or this rook is. Don't know. I mean, it could be as simple as I sacrifice this knight here, the queen could take, and then I take this knight. Let's try that out first, actually. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so sacrificing a knight for a knight. And then my advantage comes from that I have a bishop here. So there's 1, 2, 3. So this black has 5 pawns, a rook, a queen, and of course a king. White has 5 pawns, a rook, king, queen, and a bishop. So by sacrificing a knight, I actually put myself up by a bishop. Or I guess I was already up by a bishop. I further put myself up by a bishop. Okay, so okay, and you know it's a lot of stuff going on here. So what you want to do with every position, you want to look at. I mean, you just want to look at the board. You want to see, okay, what is going on the board, right? From your side, as far as what's being attacked, this rook is eyeing down that pawn. This rook is eyeing down that pawn, as well as this queen. Let's see. I mean, this bishop and knight, they're essentially at home. They're not really doing too much. This pawn is attacking this bishop. So granted, you can just take it if you wanted to, but then this queen is probably going to slide over. So, and then you look at, okay, well, what do you have going on? So your bishop, it's aiming at this pawn, but you know that pawn could just take back. That's not really helping you. You see, you have your bishop pointing at this square right here, and your queen pointing at this square right here. So, and then if you look around, you would notice that nothing is protecting the square except the king. So you have 2 pieces attacking one square against just the king protecting it. So that means this is checkmate. So when you have 2 pieces attacking a square that only the king is protecting, that square is weak. That means that piece that the king is protecting is there for the taking. So hopefully, you know, your queen and another piece is lined up at that square, because that just means you can get a checkmate there. Alright, let's do a couple more here. Okay, so I'm in check. So me being in check, I could move this this bishop here. I can simply move the knight back, and then this bishop will probably come here, so there'll be 2 pieces aiming here. Once I move this knight here, well, actually, no, that square's fine. So I can move this bishop here, but then, of course, this knight just jumps in there, so that kind of helps me, but just for a move. So I think I'm going to start there. Okay, and that's simply what it is. So white probably will put the bishop here, and then they have a bishop aiming at this knight as well as this queen aiming at the knight. They're going to want to get another defender in there because, of course, I have this pawn here and this bishop here. So I have 3 defenders. I have this pawn, king, and bishop all protecting this knight. So the only way for, I guess, white to really attack that is to have more attackers than I have defenders of the square. Yeah, alright, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so in check right now. So what can I do here? So I can move this rook up if I want to, but you know, this bishop is here and this queen is here, so they're going to be eyeing down that square as well as, you know, trying to attack my queen and get my queen to come there, and then, you know, it's just going to, one of these pieces is going to take my queen if I do that. I could let the rook go and take the knight, and then attempt to get some counterplay this way. And, you know, here the, I mean, the king would want to jump here, but that's just going to be checkmate. And if the queen goes that way, oh, actually, you know what? No, they can't jump there because that bishop, oh, wow. So this bishop is eyeing down this file. So my next move is here. That's what I want to do. And heck, maybe I want to do that instead. So let's see. I'm going to take the knight. Okay. Take the knight. They're going to do that. I could do this, check. Or I can do that instead, check. I'll probably do that. Maybe I move this up one. Yes, I mean, you have some counterplay here, but in this case, it is better to just let white take the rook and get your king to whatever safety as possible, just because you have this bishop eyeing down this file. This bishop is controlling this square, so white's king is not in that great of a position right now, so white might even just leave this rook alone because they see, okay, I have all these, you know, I have this queen aiming this way, I have these two bishops right around my king. My king is not in good spot, so maybe I need to do some work to defend it. And then if white does leave that king alone, you might move your rook up a few squares, say to here, and then eventually get it to here, eyeing down that file. And then that's just going to spell a lot of trouble for white. So yeah. Alright, let's do one more here. Okay. Okay. So if white were to move that there, this will go there. Then white would go there. And then maybe black takes that back, and then that promotes to a queen, and that's checkmate. Because this bishop would be controlling this file, and this queen would be controlling that file. There's nothing protecting. There's nothing protecting from doing it. So, one way for white to really escape that is to threaten checkmate. I mean, white could take that, and then what would happen? Black probably isn't going to take that, because if this pawn moves up, this bishop could take, and black will want some protection there. So maybe white is actually in a pretty good position. Let's see. Okay, so simply take that, and you know, of course, they wanted to, they can bring this rook down. This rook would just come down. Yeah, that'll be it. So, what did somebody say? Bonus puzzle? All right, let's do one more. Alrighty. So, okay. So, okay. So that's what I see as far as attacking. You can take with the queen, the bishop will take back. If you can take with you can take a greater piece with a lesser piece. Take with the lesser piece, unless it makes sense not to take with the lesser piece. So in this case, I can't really see a reason why it wouldn't make sense to take with the lesser piece. I would take with the bishop, and then black couldn't just take back right here because now this is a threat. This bishop was stopping that as a threat, but now the bishop has moved from here to here. This is a threat against the queen. So the queen is going to have to move, you know, somewhere. Maybe somewhere along this file, maybe here. Doesn't matter. They have to move out of danger, where this bishop right here can now take the bishop that's here. So we're going to take the bishop. Okay. Yeah, and that's that. So thank you very much for joining me here for day 9 with chess puzzles. You know, if you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you have any type of comment, concern, questions, an idea for a future video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you liked this video, or you know somebody who would enjoy this video, please share it on, wherever. Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you think people like you who enjoy this video would enjoy the video. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you can get notified when I put out new chess content. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.